drives an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sun Devils offense will start this game off with the football. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try to defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong. It's
a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team?
He's got it, first down and more. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Arizona State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown. They made a statement.
So Texas offense will get the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moffitt. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texans! Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, as you have my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He gets a block. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just balling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Running back searching for a hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Complete to the right. Touchdown, Longhorn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They will get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Looking for the time with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Fights off a defender. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth for inside a minute to play in the first. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running to the left. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Moffitt. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Now, 4th down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Catch in the middle. It's Moffitt. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw again. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of it, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Splits the uprights. Good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Smith.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils are on the move. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
First and goal. Arizona State.
The Sun Devils started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative point.
They'll go to the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time,
going deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and counter.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Soft spot in the middle. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive. But you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Got his man quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his big tight end.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Guess not all doinks are bad. Off the right, upright, and through. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Here comes the Texas offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And he loses the football on the return. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. To throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
The Sun Devils will snap it on first and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. His own number. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Moffitt. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Trying play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it inside the 25. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Henry. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll give it to the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Toss to the outside. Got enough for the first. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss. He's in open space downfield. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Makes the grab over the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. He wants to change this route. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Booker. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Got enough space. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. He's running free down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
At this this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game?
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 30. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like we're going to win, but we we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense is having their way.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. Dropping back, it's Moses. Makes the grab. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. UAB is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 17 over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. Pass to Sticks still on his feet. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receiver's better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arizona State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Looking to throw for it. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but return. What a play there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rubble it. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Henry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Longhorns come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on third down. Hauls it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. And the Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. The play action fake. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got